James Coburn stood apart in Hollywood, not because he chased fame, but because he never seemed to need it. With a gravelly voice, relaxed posture, and an unmistakable presence, he embodied a kind of effortless cool that couldn't be taught or manufactured. Coburn's career stretched across decades, genres, and cultural shifts, yet he remained authentic to himself throughout. He was an actor shaped by hardship, discipline, curiosity, and deep personal conviction. From westerns and war films to satire and psychological drama, his performances carried a quiet authority. Off-screen, he was introspective, loyal, and intellectually restless. His life story is not just one of success, but of resilience, reinvention, and human complexity. Roots in the American heartland. James Coburn was born on August 31, 1928, in Laurel, Nebraska, during a time when America itself was learning how to endure. Growing up in the shadow of the Great Depression, Coburn absorbed the values of self-reliance and emotional restraint early on. His family later moved to Compton, California, a shift that exposed him to a wider world and a more diverse cultural rhythm. These early experiences shaped the grounded masculinity he later brought to the screen. Life was not easy, but it taught him patience and perspective. Even as a child, Coburn was observant rather than loud, absorbing people and environments with quiet intensity. This combination of Midwestern toughness and urban awareness would become central to his identity. Long before Hollywood noticed him, Coburn was already developing the inner stillness and resilience that defined both the man and the actor he would become. Military discipline and creative awakening. Coburn's time in the United States Army during the Korean War played a crucial role in shaping his character. Serving as a truck driver and radio disc jockey, he learned structure, responsibility, and how to communicate with confidence. The military gave him discipline, but it also clarified what he wanted from life. After his service, Coburn pursued acting seriously, enrolling at Los Angeles City College before studying under the legendary Stella Adler. Adler's emphasis on truth and inner motivation resonated deeply with him. Acting became less about performance and more about authenticity. Coburn wasn't interested in theatrical exaggeration. He wanted realism, restraint, and honesty. This approach set him apart in an era dominated by grand gestures. His training helped him refine a style that felt lived in and natural, allowing him to communicate volumes with minimal dialogue. It was the foundation of everything that followed. Breaking through television and film. Coburn's early career unfolded through television, where he appeared in numerous series throughout the 1950s. These roles gave him exposure, confidence, and a reputation for reliability. Casting directors quickly noticed his screen presence. He didn't need to dominate scenes. He simply anchored them. His big breakthrough came with The Magnificent Seven in 1960, where he played Britt, a quiet knife thrower whose calm confidence left a lasting impression. The role instantly elevated him from supporting actor to rising star. Britt's stillness, precision, and understated danger perfectly suited Coburn's natural style. Audiences responded to his authenticity. He didn't oversell toughness, he embodied it. That performance became a template for many of his future roles and marked the beginning of a career that would span action, drama, satire, and psychological depth. Defining cool in the 60s. Throughout the 1960s, Coburn became synonymous with effortless masculinity. Films like The Great Escape and Charade showcased his ability to hold his own alongside major stars while remaining distinct. His true versatility emerged with Our Man Flint and In Like Flint, where he blended physical confidence with sharp comedy. These spy parodies allowed him to poke fun at macho tropes while still embodying them. Coburn's humor was subtle, never forced. He understood timing, irony, and restraint. At a time when Hollywood often rewarded excess, Coburn thrived on understatement. His performances suggested intelligence behind the eyes, a man thinking even when silent. This made him especially compelling. He wasn't just playing heroes, he was redefining what a leading man could be. Depth beyond genre. Coburn never allowed himself to be boxed into one type of role. In films like The President's Analyst and Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, he explored paranoia, moral ambiguity, and emotional complexity. His collaborations with director Sam Peckinpah were especially important, pushing him into darker, more introspective territory. Coburn's characters became less about action and more about consequence. He portrayed men wrestling with loyalty, regret, and the cost of violence. These performances revealed an actor deeply interested in psychology and truth. He didn't chase likability, he chased honesty. This willingness to explore uncomfortable spaces elevated his reputation among critics and peers. Coburn proved that beneath the cool exterior was an actor capable of vulnerability and depth, unafraid to challenge audiences or himself. Brotherhood and the Hollywood inner circle. Coburn moved comfortably within a circle of iconic figures, including Steve McQueen and Charles Bronson. Unlike many Hollywood friendships, his bonds were rooted in mutual respect rather than competition. His friendship with Bruce Lee, however, stood apart. Coburn became a student of Lee's martial arts philosophy, drawn to its emphasis on flow, discipline, and self-knowledge. Their relationship extended beyond physical training into shared philosophical conversations. Coburn admired Lee's intellect and humility. When Lee died suddenly in 1973, Coburn served as a pallbearer, a testament to their closeness. This friendship deeply influenced Coburn's approach to movement, breath, and resilience, lessons that would later help him endure immense physical pain. A body betrayed by illness. In the late 1970s, Coburn was diagnosed with severe rheumatoid arthritis, a condition that nearly ended his career. The pain was constant and debilitating, distorting his joints and limiting his mobility. For nearly a decade, he struggled both physically and emotionally. Acting roles dried up and the future felt uncertain. Yet Coburn refused to surrender. He explored alternative treatments and holistic medicine, eventually finding relief through MSM supplements. His recovery was gradual but remarkable. The experience humbled him and deepened his empathy. Illness stripped away vanity and reinforced his appreciation for perseverance. Rather than viewing this period as a defeat, Coburn saw it as another chapter of growth, one that tested his spirit as much as his body. A quiet and grounded personal life. Coburn's first marriage to Beverly Kelly lasted 20 years and produced 2 children. During the height of his early fame, he remained fiercely private, separating his family life from Hollywood spectacle. Though the marriage eventually ended, it coincided with his most productive professional years. Later, he found lasting companionship with Paula Murad, whom he married in 1993. Their relationship was rooted in shared values, creativity, and compassion. Together, they formed the James and Paula Coburn Foundation, supporting education, the arts, and medical research. Their partnership reflected Coburn's belief that success should extend beyond personal achievement into meaningful contribution. Love, legacy, and philanthropy. With Paula, Coburn entered a calmer, more reflective phase of life. He became selective about roles, prioritizing substance over exposure. Their philanthropic work, especially in arthritis research, reflected Coburn's desire to turn personal suffering into collective good. Friends described their marriage as deeply affectionate and respectful. Paula supported his return to acting and shared his curiosity about the world. Together, they built a legacy rooted not only in cinema but in compassion. Their foundation ensured that their influence would continue long after the camera stopped rolling. A late career triumph, Coburn's return to acting culminated in his Academy Award-winning performance in Affliction in 1999. Playing an abusive, alcoholic father, he delivered a raw and unsettling portrayal that stunned audiences. The role stripped away his cool persona, revealing emotional brutality and despair. Winning the Oscar was more than a professional achievement. It was a validation of endurance. After years of pain and absence, Coburn had returned not diminished, but sharpened. The award honored not only one performance, but a lifetime of resilience and artistic integrity. Death and devotion. James Coburn passed away on November 18, 2002, from a heart attack at his home in Beverly Hills. According to Paula, he died peacefully in her arms while listening to music. The moment reflected the intimacy and calm that defined their relationship. His death shocked the industry, coming during a renewed period of creative vitality. Less than 2 years later, Paula died of cancer, deepening the tragedy. Their passing left a profound emotional void among friends, family, and admirers. An enduring presence. James Coburn's legacy endures not because he chased greatness, but because he embodied authenticity. He represented a rare blend of strength and sensitivity, intellect and instinct. His performances remain timeless, his voice unmistakable, and his spirit quietly influential. Coburn was never loud about who he was, but he never compromised it either. In an industry built on illusion, he remained real. That is why he is still remembered, studied, and admired.